my little elf helper today, and this is Grace, my daughter, and she's going to make some gingerbread men. So we thought we'd go a bit festive, and we are going to do some Christmas puddings, ginger Christmas puddings, and we're also going to do, we didn't have any gingerbread men cutters, so we're going to do a mousse and maybe some heart shapes as well, but it's still the same. So this will make about 14 good sized gingerbreads. I've also got, to decorate, which I'll have to do when it's cool, I've also got some little icing pens to do some decoration on it, which is really good, and they're really nice little gifts or whatever else. So what have we done first? We've sieved 350 grams of plain flour into our bowl. So 350 grams. Now remember, if you don't want to make that many gingerbread men, you can halve this recipe, it's no problem at all. And I'm also going to add in here a teaspoon of bicarb. So this is bicarbonate of soda, and that's what gives it fizzes up a little bit, and that's what gives it the nice the bubbles in a gingerbread. So I've got a teaspoon in there, and I've also done, so I've got some butter that Grace has very kindly cut off for me. So I've got, that's enough for you. So I've got 125 grams of butter. So from a whole block, I've only cut half, which is the bit I'm going to put in, and then I've asked Grace to just chop it up for me. So she's done that. Now we're going to add that into here as well. There we go. And then what we're going to do is we are going to rub it in. So this is the rub it in method. And we're going to rub it in so it goes like little breadcrumbs. There we go. But before I do that, I am also going to add in my spices. So I'm going to add in some cinnamon, which is, smells nice, what do you think? Very strong, okay, so it's very strong. So for this we only need a teaspoon of this. I'm going to add that in there. There you go. And I'm also going to need 2 teaspoons of the magic ingredient, ground ginger. Okay, so tell me what you think of this. Ginger. Smell it? It's great, isn't it? Okay. 2 teaspoons of that. Isn't it strong? Is it? So I've got that in there. Fab. Now if you want to add a bit of nutmeg in there as well, that'd be gorgeous. So just half a teaspoon of that, but we haven't got any to become it. Okay. So what Grace is going to do now is she's going to rub in all of this into the butter. So I'm going to fast forward it. When you're rubbing in, little tip, what you do is, I'll bring you down here. You are going to get it, so there's your bowl, and you're just going to put your hands in, and you're going to put it between your fingers to soften the butter. And then what you're going to do is, you're going to lift it up, and it's going to look like fine breadcrumbs. You're going to rub it all between your fingers like that. So it's a bit messy, but it's good. Try and keep it all in the bowl. So bring it up, and then, so you're rubbing it between your fingers. Okay, all the flour, you're rubbing the flour into the butter. So I'm going to fast forward this, and Grace is going to carry on. I'll see you in a minute. Right, so now that's all rubbed in. If I stand my bowl on the sides, I'll see there's some big lumps that have to come up. So what I'm going to do is then, I'm going to make sure they're all rubbed in. So get them between your hands now and just do this. Gorgeous. So it looks like really fine breadcrumbs. There's no lumps of butter in there. It's all being rubbed into the flour, which makes it short, like that's what it's called. When you do this, it creates like a short biscuit, like a shortbread or a gingerbread. So there we go. And now what Grace is going to do is, very kindly, she is going to put 175 grams of soft brown sugar. She's going to pour that in for me. Tell Grace, thank you, babe. All in. It is soft, it looks like sand, doesn't it? All in. And then what we're going to do is, we're just going to mix it round. You can do that if you want to. Okay, give it a good mix. Give it a good mix round. Gorgeous. So we want it all intertwined in there. Now the next thing we're going to do is, you're going to put your egg, which is here. There's our little egg. I'm going to crack it in our bowl. There we go, egg. Put it in there. that all mixed in, babe. And then I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of golden syrup. So, Grace, can I ask you a favour? Can you just give a little mix with that spoon? So what Grace is going to do now is she's going to break the yolk and mix the egg very gently. So just give it a little mix so it all goes yellow. Break the yolk. Come on, babe. And then I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of golden syrup into there. Is it all mixed up? Nearly. Gorgeous. Now I'm going to go. Where are we? So I've got. You hold the spoon. Oh, go on, you squeeze it. Okay, you might need some help here. It's not easy to do on your own. So we want 4 tablespoons. So how's it going? 1. So I've got 1. No, go on. I need 4. Do you want me to squeeze and you hold? Go on, you hold that. 1, 2, I'll put it in, babe. There you go, this spoon. 3, there you go, put it in. Is it in? I know, this is really sticky, so watch you don't get it on anything because it's a pain to get out. And 4, there you go. And now what we're going to do is we're going to add all of our wet ingredients. We're going to mix that all in. Give it a good mix. Like a brown yard cheese, isn't it? I'm going to mix it all in. And now what Grace is going to do is she's going to pour that into there. Go on, Angel. All of it in. We need to get all of this off, so the bits in the bottom, get it all off. There we go. And then what she's going to do is, she's going to use a spoon and start mixing it. We want it all to start clumping together. So, once she's done this, we've got a nice ball of dough. We're going to put it in the fridge for 15 minutes. So she would all come. Now if it's too dry a mixture, we can add a little touch of milk, it's okay. You okay? How's it going? Keep going, you'll be surprised. But give it a chance because it takes a minute for it all to come together. So now what I do is buy the Grace. Oh look, it's starting to come together, that's good. Well done, babe. Excellent. So now by the Grace, what I do is get all that off my spoon and I get my hands in. Okay, so I want to start seeing what's going on in here. Do I need a little bit more? Maybe I do. Let's have a look. Gotta get right to the bottom. Let's have a look. It's quite burning, isn't it? Alright, do you want to get it all clumped together? Now if you do need a touch of milk, that's okay. So I'm going to get some just in case. It feels like slime, does it? So make sure, obviously before, don't add too much milk. Remember, you can always add in, you can't take out. When you're cooking at home, always make sure that you wash your hands beforehand. So you're going to wash your hands, and also if you've got an apron, put an apron on. We haven't, we've got 5 t-shirts today, that's what we're doing. But if you've got it at home, do that. So when that's all come together like this, so it looks like a dough, can I use it, Grace? Get it all off your hands, rub it off, that's it. So start coming together like this, like a dough, gorgeous dough. Get all your dry bits up. We're going to put this in the fridge for 15 minutes, so it'll solidify a little bit, and then we're going to get it out. So this is good all together now, put it in the fridge 15 minutes, and then we'll be back. See you in a minute, bye-bye. Hi, back again. So Grace has got her Fanta headband on, getting all festive. So what I'm going to do now is we've put our dough in the fridge for 10 minutes. we put our oven on at 180 degrees. If you need some help, get someone to help you with that. I've also got 2 baking trays, you might need more, and I've put some greaseproof paper on there. I have a rolling pin. I've got some little cutters so I can press it down. So I've got a heart one. I've also got a round one now to do a little Christmas pudding gingerbread. If you haven't got any of these, just use a cup, it's fine. And then also we've got these, so we've got the shape, we've got a few little different shapes. So we're gonna have a little play around. We've also got our icing, our little icing pen for when it's cool. And then what I've done is, on here, I've got some flour that I've just popped down to stop it from sticking. And what we're gonna do now is, if I show you on here, this is what we're doing. And then I put these 2 here as well. Now the reason I put these 2 here is because when I roll it, there we go, when I roll it, it doesn't go too thin. So if you've got 2 like chopping boards that are roughly the same size and not too thick, that's ideal. And it means then that all your gingerbreads are the same. So when you put it in the oven, there's no bits that freeze or whatever else. So, here we go. So here's our dough, what we made earlier. I've floured the surface here, and all I'm going to do is now I'm going to pop a little bit of flour, not too much, we don't want to dry it out, on top. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start rolling out. There we go. So as I said before, this makes quite a few gingerbreads. Now you can move these down like that. So there we go. Gorgeous. I don't want to do that bit then. So I can move that bit up there as well. There we go. Now, I'm going to start cutting them out. And I want to make the most out of my dough. I don't want to keep on having to roll it, so I'm going to plan this a bit better. So what I'm going to do is I've got a heart shape on there. There we go. Just gently pull it out. There you go, there's my first one. I'm going to pop it on the baking tray. You can do it there. There's the bear. Go on, you can do a bear. So go on, have a little go. So try and get the most out of it. Come here, you want his head on. Now if you do it that way, it's ideal. Go on, press it down. Perfect. Gorgeous. Go on, come on. Excellent. On this, gently. And what you do is, if you've got like something that's a bit tricky, you can go. And then the weight of it should roll these little ears in. There we go. So we're going to fast forward this bit when we do our little shapes, and then we'll see you in a minute. Come on, let's go. Now what we're going to do is we are going to pop our creations in the oven. We've got 3 trays full, so I'm going to put them in the oven for 12 minutes, no longer. I've also spaced them out. They're not going to go into each other like a cookie would or a cake, but we want to leave a bit of space between them so they bake okay. Alright, so we're going to put them in the oven for 12 minutes. I'm see you in a minute. 180 oven, 12 minutes. Hi, so we've got them out the oven. And we put them in our cooling rack, and this is what they look like. Now, they did go a little bit bigger in the oven. I didn't think they'd go as big as they did actually, so leave a bit of space between each one. What we're going to do now is we're going to wait for them to cool, give them about 15 minutes, and we're going to decorate them. So we'll do a little quick of how we're going to decorate them, and you'll see the photograph at the end. Please tag us in if you have a go. You know, it's a really nice thing to do. We're going to give some of these to Grace's teachers, so, you know, it's worth having a little go and give them as gifts. Let us know how you get on. Take care, guys. See you soon.